And guys, thanks again for being with us. Please make sure you've got pens and papers. Try and get away from noise-making devices so that you guys can focus and get the information in. And please feel free, chat to your uplines, chat to your sponsors, any questions that you have. I'm very happy to answer any questions that come up. So feel free to get them through to them and through to myself. My name is Chris, for those of you who don't know me. And my results, for those of you who don't know me, I've always been somebody who's struggled with my diet. Love meat and potatoes, hate the healthy things. So, thanks to the products, I no longer skip all of my meals. I've got a very entrenched setup lifestyle that I find very easy to stick to after all of these years. And Herbalife's just made such a massive difference for me to make it so easy and simple to do. So now the most important thing for me being part of Herbalife is being part of an amazing group of people who really focused on working on being at their best all the time. And that's really empowering for us because it means, while we're trying to make the right habits, if we stick around the fire and stick around other people who are working on themselves to be the best version of themselves, it's so much easier for us to obviously maintain that. We're going to cover that a little bit later on with running groups and working with your clients. But I'm going to share a brief history of us because I know there's a few names here I don't recognize that we haven't met. That was me 11 years ago. I started my business in Malaysia, and my beautiful wife, Michelle, most of you guys know her on the bottom far right there of that picture. And we started for different reasons, but we both loved the products. I'd been using the products for 12 years very happily. I struggled, as I said, to eat well. So the shakes really was a quick and easy way for me to get a healthy meal, get all the nutrition I needed quick and easy, which suited me. And over time, I've just decided gradually over time to change my diet, change my lifestyle, and the products just made it so simple for me to do it. My life is completely transformed. I had a career in the fitness industry, and I was really bummed out working in fitness. I was looking for a different type of life than a corporate career. And thanks to Herbalife, my love for the products got me in to becoming a member down the road. And my whole family's in with this amazing company. And we're all so grateful, not just to all of you guys, but to Herbalife for the type of lifestyle we've been able to build. Because that's the incredible thing about Herbalife, which I'm going to be sharing with you briefly now, is the ability to design your life. And it always begins with the products, because our belief in the products gave us the confidence to start talking to people. And our belief in the company and the products gave us the ability to share this with other people with confidence. Even though I came from a fitness background, I didn't have any nutrition training. I was on the management side of gyms, not on the fitness side. So I just learned a lot about exercise and diet over the years, just being around everybody else. But everything I've learned about business, everything I've learned about managing money, about working with people, and of course working on myself has been as a result of being a Herbalife distributor. So all of us in our family are very grateful to the opportunity of Herbalife and the ability to have such an incredible product to share with other people. And most importantly, because we're all members here, obviously doing this either part-time or full-time to build some financial security around us, what we realize is that, we've got an incredible vehicle behind us, which gives us the power to create any kind of life we want because we have Herbalife behind us. And it's a huge competitive advantage that other people just don't have. So those are our beautiful children. We're very biased and we get any opportunity to show pictures of them because we're so proud as parents, but very proud to be able to work around our children and give them the kind of life we want to give them, and the ability to obviously keep working as hard as we can to build an even better future for them so that they've got all the options in the world to do whatever it is that they're excited to do. So we live in a beautiful little town called Franschhoek, which is in the Cape, in the Winelands. And my family's been living out here for 12 years already. We've just built our house out here. I'm actually standing in my kitchen at the moment, my new kitchen, which Michelle has designed, beautiful little everything. One day you guys will be at our place and come and see. But we're very excited to live in Franschhoek because not only is it absolutely beautiful, but it allows us to give our children the kind of lifestyle that I was fortunate enough growing up in the 70s and the 80s to be able to have, which is obviously to have a little bit of space, feel safe to run around and play, and have the space to do it. So that's why we feel so grateful to be able to live out in nature, with all the space for these kids to be outdoors running and playing and being active. And that's just some views of the farm. And that's Michelle's mommy. She likes to come down and stay with us and spoil her grandchildren, and we get to take them horse riding and get them all the experiences in life to see what it is that excites them. And life is a journey with problems to solve, lessons to learn, but most of all, experiences to enjoy. And this is what I wanted to finish off this little piece, is to share the beauty of Herbalife is the ability that, it doesn't come by accident. We've got to work really hard. But of course, the benefits is experiences of a lifetime. Some people never get in their whole life get a chance to experience what we get a chance to experience every single year, a couple of times a year. So vacations are incredible. And this was a Greek vacation we went on. I know some of the guys on here were actually at that vacation, so you guys will recognize the rooms and everything about it. I don't know if you guys can see all of these pictures in time. I want to buzz through quickly because we started late. Managed to take our mother-in-law, who was a single mom who raised Michelle, and she didn't have an opportunity to travel very much at all. In fact, she didn't have much of an opportunity to do much of anything for herself because she worked so hard to give Michelle the best life she possibly could. And so it's exciting for us to be able to take her along and give her as many experiences as we can, because of course, Michelle wouldn't be in my life if it wasn't for her, and Michelle wouldn't be the woman she is today without her mom. So it's just great to have her experience everything with us and our children when we get to go on these amazing trips with Herbalife. And this was one of the cruises, which was also super fun. And the best thing is to see all of you guys when you're going on your first, second, and third vacations with Herbalife. We get such a buzz to watch you guys get to experience this amazing Herbalife lifestyle, because you don't get to go on these vacations by accident. You've worked really hard to get there. But of course, if we work hard every year, we build our income, we build our business, and we get vacations every year for free. So Herbalife pays you and forces you to go on holiday once a year when you're working hard like us. And I'm going to buzz through this real quick. Venice, a magical place. We got to go to a leadership event. Our first big European leadership event was in Venice. So it's a special place for us. And multi-million-dollar parties. And of course, we could never afford or have the opportunity in anything else to be able to have these kind of multi-million-dollar parties and hotels and everything else. These kind of experiences wouldn't really be, especially at our age now, it wouldn't really be on our horizon. We wouldn't have the opportunity to do this kind of life. But Herbalife is constantly giving us opportunities to experience more if we're prepared to work for it. So Michelle loves the parties because she gets to buy nice dresses. And you girls here who like to dress up, which is a lot of girls, you guys are going to enjoy all these parties for sure. Geneva, last event we were at, stunning party. And guys, we want to share this life with you. For those of you who take this as seriously as we do, no problem if you don't, because believe me, a part-time income, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 Rand a month makes a huge difference in families' lives. And that is success. For us, success in Herbalife is relative. It depends what you want. But, we obviously wanted to take everything that Herbalife has on the table. We want to take advantage. And it takes work, it takes dedication. But of course, it would take that in any kind of career to be successful. But it's all these extra benefits and things that they give to us because they take leaders very seriously in this opportunity. So guys, there's nothing as powerful as a changed mind. So a key thing we're going to be talking about tonight is not just about product results. It's about results. And the passion is obviously a key thing that we need to work very, very hard on, but also our personal philosophy. When we have issues, which of course everyone does, and when we come across challenges in our business, with our clients, and of course in our own personal life, it's how we look at these things. As Jim Rohn always says, it's the set of your sail, because the same winds blow on everyone. Disaster, success, everything. These winds are constantly blowing, but it depends on the set of your sail as to where you go in life. So your mindset is probably the most, especially in the beginning, guys, when you're getting going, it's the most critical thing to stay conscious of and be working on. Because I can tell you now, and I see it all the time, there's a group of people who are focusing on their issues and their problems and talking about them. And then there's people who are conscious of the issues at hand, but solution oriented, looking at the problem. And instead of saying, look at this problem, they're saying, what do I need to do to fix this? What do I need to read? Who do I need to call? And what do I need to do to solve this problem? And this is the mindset that will create success. Absolutely. And especially when you think about clients, these are, like babies. They're crying, or hopefully not. Hopefully they're all very happy all the time. But every once in a while, you've got people who are unsure, who are going through a crisis, who are going through a point where it's got nothing to do with the products, but they're going through some challenges, and it requires some patience, and it requires some empathy, where you just care about the person and don't worry about the fact that they're being difficult. Look at it and say, shame, this person clearly needs some help. Let me see how I can help this person. And that's where working on our mindset is so important. Results are key. Absolutely key. So your success, and it doesn't have to be a result like Tessa here, but this was a life-changing result. And this was from our early days. One of the great leaders in our team, Wendy Sharpley, was a personal friend of Tessa, and she had a lot of negativity and doubt from Tessa because she'd had so many diets and so many, crises in her life where, it wasn't just physical, it was all sorts of things going on in her life. And she completely transformed herself. She's an incredible woman, always has been, but is more powerful today than ever before because of the fact that she was able to change her physical body and start to change her mindset. She became a certified financial planner. She's completely transformed from somebody who'd never thought she'd be able to do things like that. She's completely transformed her life, and it all just began with her physical appearance because it was connected to her mindset. And as her physical appearance started to change, and she realized that because she's followed through and she's achieving success, it gave her the confidence to keep tackling other things in her life. And she's a huge inspiration to us, even though she obviously has a different career and she's not a career Herbalife distributor. She's a lifetime fan of Herbalife products and absolutely loves it. And with results like these, this is how we build a business. This is what it's all about. So it begins with you, and working on your results and getting the best possible result you can get is your number one first step. It's the biggest goal you've got, is to keep working on your personal result. And it doesn't have to be like this, but it has to be something that excites you and motivates you and makes you want to get up and go and talk about the products. And obviously giving you the confidence that you can help other people get results because of the results that you have. So every client that you get, every type of client you work with, especially the ones that are challenging, those are the ones that are helping you to grow as a coach, because you will constantly, especially in your early days, be presented with clients and, obstacles that will come up. And they're only difficult because you've never dealt with them before. But the more clients you get and the more people you work with, the quicker you learn. Because, of course, with the right mindset, you're going to be looking at a challenge and saying, how can I solve this? Who do I need to call to find out how to solve this particular issue? And, of course, if you're in that learning mindset, every time you come across a problem, you're going to find the solution, and then you won't need to go look for the solution again next time because you will remember and you'll be able to apply what you learned. So, of course, this is like everything in life that we learn. In the beginning, we don't know, but we confront what we don't know and go and find out, and we become a better coach. So, results, results, results. So what we're going to be doing is developing a program that we follow that we can share with others. And the reason we talk about a program, and I want you guys to start thinking about this terminology, is that if you are in the business of selling shakes, we have an incredible shake product. The Formula One shake is the best meal replacement shake on the planet. We know that. But of course, everybody else who doesn't understand Herbalife or know Herbalife, or perhaps they know it because their auntie who wasn't serious about the products and was, eating pizzas 3 times a day and having a shake at night, and to them, Herbalife doesn't work. They forget about the pizzas she was eating 3 times a day, but they remember she was on Herbalife and it didn't work. So their perception of Herbalife is, it's not a good shake because my auntie used to use it and she never was able to lose weight with it. So of course, if we're focused on just selling a shake, we're being compared to other products that don't come anywhere close to us. So we are Herbalife members and we provide Herbalife products, but we want to share our program with people. Now, we're not talking about, trying to become a fitness trainer or a nutritionist. All we're saying is that what we are in is a lifestyle. We have a healthy, active lifestyle. And our program has nutrition, education, exercise, and community, because we see these as key components of a program that can get results long term. Because, of course, as we said, a lifestyle, the reason we're doing a lifestyle is that it's not a diet. Because a diet is something you do for 3 months, hopefully lose your weight, and then go back to the way you were before. And then 6 months later, do another diet for 3 months. Because we all know that that cycle goes around and around. And the reason it goes around and around is because all we're doing is looking to fix the symptom, which is, being overweight, because the root cause of the problem is your lifestyle. You're not active enough, you eat poorly, and of course you don't have any people around you or any tools to use to keep you on track. So you keep going on and off different programs. So what we're looking at here is nutrition, number one. We eat well and we use Herbalife products to fill in the gaps. Education is something that is ongoing. So as a coach, you're constantly teaching people little things like drinking water, making sure that you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, getting in enough protein, looking at a plate of food and saying, what's on my plate? What am I getting nutritionally from this plate of food? These sound like fairly simple things, but when you talk to people out there, and some of them come across as very knowledgeable, but when you see them talking about, no, I eat healthily, I have salads twice a day. If you're just eating lettuce leaves, there's a few minerals and lots of water. There's no protein in it. There's no carbohydrates. So you're not actually getting a healthy, balanced meal. So people don't actually understand what healthy eating is. So as you are learning how to eat healthier, because you are adopting this lifestyle and creating this program for yourself, you have more and more to share with people as time goes by. In the beginning, it's simple because we have the products. But of course, everything we're doing around the products to enhance our result is teaching us what we need to know to help people get results like us. So exercise is also very, very important, because it's not about exercise like we think, which is going to the gym 3 times a week, hopefully. And most people don't even do that. What exercise is being mobile. It's about spending more time on your feet than you do on your bum. So other types of exercise, like going to gym and jogging and doing brisk walks every day with your dog or without, that's all part of exercise. But really what we're looking at is being active, not sitting around and being what they call sedentary, which is somebody who's not moving much. Because our body is designed to move. It's not designed to sit for long periods of time in awkward positions like desks with our necks creaked over trying to stare at a screen. That's a very unhealthy posture for our body to be in, and all the blood circulation is slowing down, and we're getting basically imbalances in our muscles and our skeletons because of the way we're sitting. So we need to move, and this is what we're doing with exercises, teaching people to get up every hour and do 50, 60, 80 steps. And that way they can be doing 300, 400, 500 steps a day, which is the first phase of being active. Yes, going to gym is great, fantastic for your heart, building up our muscles, and of course jogging, all these other things, all wonderful. But for the average person who can't even get up and go to gym twice a week, just getting them conscious of how many steps a day they're taking, that's a great way to get them moving. The last piece is community. Now, community is critical because this holds everything together. Creating community for people, fancy word for not being alone. Basically, if people are on their own, they will fail. That's how it works. So you see these, odd types of people like personal trainers, etc., who don't need community. They're fascinated with fitness and they are able to adopt a lifestyle that the average person cannot do, hopefully. A lot of them don't even do that. But creating community is the way to get the average person on track and to stay on track, is to be accountable to others. So we create community with our 5-day challenges by helping somebody who wants to get on a 5-day challenge and get them to challenge 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. And when they do that 5-day challenge, they're doing it with a community behind them. Now, when they decide to get on a program, hopefully they're going to have 2 or 3 people getting on a program with them. So they begin their journey with 2 or 3 people. That is the beginning of community. Of course, providing things like, maybe walks in the park on Sunday, doing a customer day once a month, anything at all. That's all ways of creating community where people can be around other people on the same journey, on the same program, and of course around a lot of other members who've had success in that program. Ambassadors and clients who have lost weight, who've gained weight, who've become fitter, etc. You get the idea. Community is crucial. So this is something on that same vein when we were talking about mindset. It's all about personal change. We are trying to help somebody to create a new way of life. It's not going to happen in a day. We know that. Nothing happens quickly. Everything about habit takes time. So what we're looking to do is create new patterns in people. So that's why being a coach is so important, because we create some accountability and somebody there to gradually get somebody from where they are to the kind of lifestyle they need to be living in order to not just get the results, but to sustain them. And that's a journey. So that's why creating community and coaching people is important, because it gets them through those first couple of months where they want to resort back to the bad patterns that they're used to doing, which is comfortable. It creates uncomfortable results, but they feel comfortable because it's something they're used to doing, and they've kind of associated some pleasure with it. Having a pizza every Friday, it feels good. It's like my little treat. But when it's 3 times a week, and then KFC on Saturdays, and big night out with some friends on a Friday, a couple too many glasses of whatever, that's a bad lifestyle. So something I want you guys to think about, and maybe go and look up on YouTube, is there was a book that was written, and the name has just jumped out of my head, but it was about what they call the growth mindset. And this is something I'd love for you guys to take on board as, something to chew on, something to think about. Is that, the way we measure things in school, in sports, in everything else, is that we're constantly recognizing winners. We're constantly recognizing the guy who came first and the guy who just came second. And, by the time 4th or 5th comes around, hey, well tried. But everyone wants to be the winner. So what ends up happening is a lot of children grow up thinking, I'm not good at running. So as opposed to saying running is loads of fun, and if I keep doing it, I can get fitter and I can get faster and I can get better. Being in a growth mindset is basically saying failure is an opportunity to grow. So, wow, I came 3rd. Okay, I need to go practice this some more, because if I keep training, maybe I can come 2nd or 1st next time. And being focused on growth. In other words, it's anything I want to do, I can learn how to do it if I practice. And making practicing and really trying being the big thing, not winning the big thing. It's about, accepting challenges because they're going to help me to grow. As opposed to, basically I'm either good at running or I'm not good at running. I'm either good at doing diets or I'm not good at doing diets. And that's what they call a fixed mindset. And that's, a very difficult place to be, because obviously we're measuring everything on what we think we have or don't have. So whatever I'm born with is what I have. And having a growth mindset is knowing that anything I want, I can have, because my pattern is taking on every opportunity to grow. Any kind of failure that comes along or obstacle that comes along is an opportunity for me to raise my game and get better. And Herbalife, this is huge for Herbalife, guys. So this the same thing with adopting a different lifestyle, is understanding that this is something I can learn over time. And becoming a great coach is just taking on that growth mindset, getting better and better, and sharing what I'm learning and helping other people to come over to the light. So ignorance is not bliss. It's poverty, devastation, and tragedy. And basically, ignorance is an illness. It all stems from ignorance. And there's no reason for anybody to not have the answers they need to be able to get the results they want, to be able to become a great coach, and to help others to get the results by just following your example. So what you're doing is getting out there and finding what you need to know, adopting it, and creating that lifestyle that gets you the amazing results, that energizes and excites you, and being able to take on clients and say, just follow me. This is my results, just follow me. And this is what people will pay for, is the ability to follow something that's proven that works and be able to have that community behind them and the support of a great coach who's walked that path ahead for them. So when we go online looking for information, here's the problem we have. Everything that is presented to you online has an agenda, pretty much. So the internet could be an incredible tool. Well, it is actually an incredible tool if you have the capacity to wade through all of the nonsense and find the truth amongst all that information. So when people go online to look for things about diets, they are presented with all sorts of half-truths and blatant lies. Okay? So to find the right information takes a lot of, I would say, more than even medical training. You'd need to be able to really pull every single opinion apart and look at everything they're saying behind it to prove that what they're saying is right. And of course, the average person never does that. So the best thing for you to do is find the right type of information so that you can obviously grow your knowledge and be able to have more to share with your clients to become a better coach, but get it from the right source. So if you're taking notes, discovergoodnutrition.com. All one word, discovergoodnutrition.com. This is your portal for everything diet, exercise, and beauty related. So anything you want to know about fitness, what I would suggest is go there daily and read one article a day. Right? Whatever strikes your fancy that day. Go and look at all there is so much on this website, guys. It's unbelievable. And the source of the information are registered dietitians, fitness experts, and beauty experts. Right? Direct from Herbalife. So of course it's in line with everything that we believe and that we know works, and in line with the products that we're promoting. But obviously loads of stuff, like for instance fitness and nutrition, loads of stuff about diet, not about the products. So discovergoodnutrition.com is amazing. And what you should think about also doing is going to herbalife.com and basically have a look at the doctors that stand behind the products. This is something I recommend to every single member, especially when you get going. Is confidence is obviously important, because in the beginning, because you don't know, you're trusting a lot in what you've been told. So really what stands us apart from everybody else is the amount of time, effort, and money that this company spends to get the best possible advisory board assembled that they can possibly get. And this advisory board's job is to make sure that everything in science, in nutrition, in health that is being discussed, they are aware of it. So really what they're looking at here is that, if we're looking at, for instance, sources of protein, and you get a lot of people out there who says, oh, soy protein is not great, you need to use, whey protein or whatever. You need to understand, when you look at this board of medical people, that these guys are well aware of everything that's being said, not only about soy, about absolutely everything. So if there was anything of concern in any of our products, or the philosophy of how our products are made, we have the expertise behind this company and behind the development of products and existing products to make sure that not only are we the best products in the world, but that we stay that way. Because this is what we need in foods, and especially in supplements, is medical science that proves why it works. Not just looks for the latest fad that everyone's, interested in reading. What did Kim Kardashian, what tablet was she using, to lose the last 10 kilos she lost or whatever. And everyone says, oh, that's that, ingredient, and then it's in every product you see on the shelf. But that's not medical science. That's just basically that's just marketing, basically. So go and look at all these doctors behind the company. Spend a little bit of time and look at the qualifications and look at the level of the people behind the products. Because then when you're out there in the marketplace dealing with people who have opinions, you just think about it. Do they have more expertise than Dr. David Heber? Do they know more than a Nobel laureate, Lou Ignarro? Absolutely not. And that's all you need to know, because it's not about convincing them of that. It's about making sure that you stay on track, because we're not there to convince every person out there who has opinion that their opinion is wrong and we're right. We have to recognize when people really don't want to know and all they want to do is tell you, and be able to get out of that conversation as quickly as possible and say good luck with your program, hope you find what you're looking for, and move on to the next person. Because all that can happen by engaging with people like that and trying to convince someone who knows less than all of these people is just to create aggravation in your life, and you listen long enough to negative things, you can become negative. Right. So here's another resource for you guys to make a note of. In Herbalife.com, there's a button that says help. It takes you through to the support center. Any questions you have, any questions that you come across that you're looking for answers, this is the first place you go, because they've got huge amounts of frequently asked questions, and you can even just type in the answer to the question you're looking for. And that's the web address. It's herbalife.custhelp.com, or just go to herbalife.com and click on the help button. This should be saved in your favorites on your web browsers, if you know how to do that, so that you can find it easily every time. Otherwise, herbalife.com, click the help button. So let's quickly talk about exercise. So guys, what you need to think about is you need to make that little shift in your head. Exercise is not jogging. Jogging does great things. It's not like it's not a good thing to do. But when we have limited time, and this is the average person we're talking about. I'm not talking about career runners who love to run every day. Fantastic, wonderful, great. What we're talking about is when people have limited time and they need to get the most bang for their buck. What they need to be doing is resistance training. Resistance, like using weights, is basically creating resistance against your muscles in order to stress them, to strain them. Then when we feed them that protein and having our shakes, etc., the body is able to rebuild. Because the critical thing in your body is how much lean muscle mass you have. Because the more lean muscle mass you have, the more calories your body burns at rest. So if you want to not just lose some weight, but you want to shape up and keep that bad weight off, you know what I'm talking about, the weight you don't want to carry, then lifting weights is the way to do it. Something else to get the cardiovascular benefit. Now, what I mean by cardiovascular benefit is when you're jogging, you start to get out of breath, and we start thinking, oh, this is working because I'm getting tired. So that's when we start working our cardiovascular system. We're breathing harder, our heart is pumping faster to get blood around our body. So that's great. But one of the issues that I have with people doing what they call steady state exercise, which is things like jogging, is your body gets accustomed to a certain level of strain. So if you're jogging at a certain pace consistently for 30-40 minutes, the amount of calories your body burns becomes less and less over time as your body becomes accustomed to that type of movement. So high intensity interval resistance training, try and say that 10 times fast. So really all that is working at a high intensity for shorter periods of time. So in other words, let's just say you're going to do a 50-meter sprint. You're going to go flat out, and then you're going to rest for a few seconds, do a few push-ups, that's the resistance, and then do another 50-meter sprint. Do a quick rest, do some push-ups, another 50-meter sprint. That's high intensity because it's short bursts, intervals because you have little rests in between for the heart rate to come down, and you're adding a little bit of resistance. When you train like that, you're able to do 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes even less actually, and work your body really hard. And with those intervals, you're actually getting fit and you're putting resistance against the body, so you're able to start to build up lean muscle tissue, but you're not going on for too long because people have limited time. And also you don't get what they call overuse problems, where you're training too long, too hard, and the body starts to break down. So it is the most bang for your buck, and the average person out there should be training 10 to 15 minutes, hopefully 3 to 4 times a week, but doing it at a high intensity with little rests in between, but adding resistance to their training. Okay? And the last thing we already spoke about, which is moving constantly at a slow speed. Walk everywhere you can. Get a pedometer clipped onto yourself. Your phones do work. They do have pedometers apps on the phone, but then you have to have your phone on you all the time. So either you get those ones you wear on your wrists, the Fitbits and all those things, or you just get a cheap pedometer at the clicks. and put it onto your belt and just track how much you're moving each day. Guys, this is critical. Critical. Please, if you remember one thing from tonight, get everybody moving. Get them focused on the fact that if you're sitting too long, you're dying. That'll get their attention. So get them moving constantly at slow speed all day, every day. I'm going on a little bit about this part, but I think it's quite important. If you think about somebody who trains 3 or 4 times a week at the gym, let's say they work out for an hour each time, okay? That would be considered somebody who's very active for the average person. But they're actually, in the course of 7 days, they're working out 4 hours in 7 days. And for 8 to 10 hours each day, they're sitting down. That's not healthy. Okay? It's great, better than nothing. But if they were to able to add on 5,000 steps a day, you look at that tracker and you start doing it yourself, you'll realize you have to get up and move quite a bit. And that's the first step for all of your clients. Get them moving. Then get them doing high-intensity interval resistance training. Look and see if they can lift some weights. If they like jogging, great, keep doing it. But make sure that they're getting those 3 things in. The other thing is making sure people eat enough protein. Because, of course, trying to build muscle, you have to feed that muscle as you're growing it. And protein is the key thing. Because remember, what we're looking to do is to increase and maintain all of our lean muscle. So we're not looking to lose weight. We're looking to lose fat. Okay? So losing muscle weight is not what we want. Losing fat weight is what we want. And the way we do it is lifting weights, high-intensity interval resistance training, and constantly moving at a slow speed. Okay, so let's get creative. Find fun ways to get people moving, okay? Especially for non-exercise lovers. They're not going to want to go, if they don't like to exercise, they don't want to go to the gym 3-4 times a week. So get them on the pedometers. People who are semi-active, make sure they're doing the right types of exercise and not just going to the gym and running on the treadmill for an hour. That's not a workout. That's just getting your cardiovascular system going and not much else. And also for very active people who do all of those good things, they need to make sure they've got enough nutrition to support the workload and, critically, enough rest to get results. Rest is key. So we spoke about community. Think about ways you can create accountability, meaning they're answering to friends, to other people that are on the same program. And that's why it's so important when you're running these groups, these 5-day challenges, not to just look to fill a group. Find someone who wants to make a change. Get them excited about a 5-day challenge and get them to challenge 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, as many people as they can, because the more people they challenge, the more fun the group will be, the more active the group will be, because, putting 10 strangers in a group, not everyone feels comfortable to share. Put 5 or 6 family members, plus a friend or a family friend or 2, and they're going like crazy all the time. When they get to the end of the challenge and they decide that they want to upgrade and get onto a breakfast program, they're going to be doing it if they've got, let's say, 5 or 6 people in the group. Even if it's 3 or 4, they have at least 1 or 2 people who are getting on a program together. And that's what we call an accountability circle. That's a group of people who are holding each other accountable. And the best thing is that first person that came along who brought the 5 people, they are eligible to become an ambassador. Guys, there's absolutely no point signing up a customer. It doesn't guarantee that they're going to continue to buy, and you've just lost 25% of your profit. Of course, we want them to get the products for less. Of course, we want them to keep using it, and we'd love for them to get a discount and decide to use that discount to buy more products. But you don't get that by just offering a discount. All you do is give away profit with no guarantee for anything else. So yes, we want to sign up loads of people. Obviously, for those of us wanting to build on this opportunity, we know that building a team can have huge benefits. But a team of people who are active, not just sign up everyone we can. That's not the way we build a business. So first step is get them on a program. And the best way to do that is with a trial pack and a 5-day challenge. If you want to use a Tanita and do a scan and let them taste the shake, fantastic. Also great. As long as you lead with the product first, but then focus on getting them to challenge a few people with them. That way they can be eligible to become an ambassador, and that way we're not having to give away discounts for nothing, because you still need to do the work, but giving away the profit for no reason It's not a smart strategy. Healthy breakfasts you can run on weekends, get a group of people together, have some nice flavors of shake, get them to sample, and do a talk about breakfast. We have a great healthy breakfast presentation you can do. You can do it either with a screen or just do it with your pad. Do it with a couple of family members. Get somebody who's getting onto a program and say, hey, I'd love to host a breakfast for you. That's a great way to do it. Customer appreciation. You can get a few of your team members together, get some customers around, do a lucky packet, have some fun, make it social, make it fun. It's not a formal presentation. Okay, and get them always an opportunity to sample. So guys, the Formula 1 is the key. Every program you design is going to be centered around this, because every person needs to look at what they eat for breakfast, and if they're not eating, they need to eat. If they are eating, what are they eating? Okay, so the Formula 1 is our cornerstone product. There's only 6.8 grams of sugar, and it comes from beets and carrots, so it's basically less than a medium apple, right? Which is not a lot of sugar at all. It's low in calories, so what happens is if we introduce that instead of an unhealthy breakfast, what ends up happening is they're getting less calories in that day, and they're starting with great nutrition, more energy, and basically feeling fuller for longer. You're getting proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and most important, guys, what stands us apart from so many other products is whatever's on that label is in the shake. Okay? So if you come across someone who says, hey, is it safe for someone with, whatever condition, you say to them, listen, do you have any foods that you're not allowed to eat? Is there anything in your diet that you're not able to have? And if there is, say, okay, well, have a look on the label. Is there anything there that you're not allowed to eat? And if they see something and they can't eat it, no problem. I'm sure I've got something else I can get you on. Okay? It's as simple as that. It's a food product, and everything that's on the label is what's in the product. And you've got complete confidence of that. Okay? So what do we need when we start our day? This healthy breakfast, guys, is your key. It's not about a weight loss program. Yes, they can lose weight. Yes, they can shape up. Yes, yes, yes. Fantastic. But get them thinking about how important it is to start your day right. Whether you're wanting to lose weight, whether you want more energy, what do you eat for breakfast? Okay? In the morning, we wake up dehydrated. We've lost fluids during the course of the night. You go to the bathroom in the morning, you're low on fluids. We need building blocks, which are the proteins. We need carbohydrates, which is the energy. And we need vitamins and minerals, which is what our body uses to stay healthy, right? We need a balance of all of those things for our body to be healthy. So we've got to fuel our bodies first thing in the morning without having our blood sugars spiking, okay? And we want to feel full for 2 to 3 hours. So the shake, the aloe, and the instant herbal beverage is a great combination. The herbal aloe, if people find that a little bit pricey, the fiber and herb is a fantastic product that you can switch out if they're happy with taking tablets. So really the result of having the right breakfast is we are far easier to maintain a healthy weight, right? We get more energy because we're giving our body energy in the morning, which lasts for longer than eating a slice of toast. And long term, you'll find that when people switch their breakfast around, they find it easier and easier to eat better. If they're focused on getting their fluids in, they're going to have huge benefits from being more hydrated. They're going to have better health and more vitality. So I'm not going to go through all of the products, guys, but I really want you to be aware of the importance of digestion. Okay? Shake, aloe, and the beverage is fantastic, but be aware that if you're not getting enough fiber during the day, your digestion doesn't work well. And when your digestion isn't working well, all the good nutrition you're trying to put in there, it struggles to absorb. So the fiber works like a brush. It's brushing out all the junk so that the body can absorb well. So however, the healthier your environment is in your gut, so your digestive tract, your stomach, your intestines, the healthier that environment is, the healthier you are. Okay? So if you're getting enough good quality fiber in your diet, you'll find you digest better, you're more regular, and obviously you have more energy because your body's able to use all this good stuff. So some key things to remember about our digestive products. The fiber is great for absorption of nutrients and to keep a healthy gut. The fiber product, this active fiber complex, is great to add to shakes because it's 5 grams of fiber per serving. So if you add it into a shake, you're going to really get a nice high fiber shake. Not high as in unnecessarily high, but a good source of fiber. It's got 6 different fiber sources, and it's got the type that gets absorbed, and the type is just like the brush that brushes all the stuff through. So you can mix it in water or put it in your shake. Now here's what's important about the aloe. It's a product that tastes really nice, so you can really drink it fast and find you spend a lot of money if you're not careful. But really what it is it comes from the aloe vera leaf. So aloe vera has always been known as a soother and a calmer. So it really does help to soothe your digestive tract. But also what it has is something called a prebiotic. So basically the fiber content in the aloe feeds all the good bacteria in your gut that keeps your gut healthy. Okay? So basically think of it as food for your gut to keep it healthy. The other great thing is it helps you to get more fluids in. Now, protein we mentioned is very important to keep lean muscle mass. So you've got to think about what people are mixing their shakes in, because they shouldn't be mixing it in water because it's not enough calories. So if they're going to be mixing it in milk, more than often than not, they're going to have problems with digestion because people don't take milk very well. Most people are what they call lactose intolerant, which is the sugars in the milk. And the sugars in the milk is what cause all sorts of digestive issues with people. So they think it's the shake. Actually, if you're having 2 shakes a day, you're drinking 600 to 700 mils, almost a liter of milk a day. And for somebody who's lactose intolerant, they're going to have a problem. So I really recommend you guys think about adding protein drink mix to your program if you can. What's going to end up happening is it's going to add a little bit to the cost per shake, obviously, and it'll be a little bit more expensive than drinking it with milk, but it's a far higher source, far more rich source of protein than drinking it with milk. It's only 100 calories, and you're basically going to be getting your shake with your protein drink mix. It's going to be up to almost 25 grams of protein per shake. So 24 grams of protein a shake is a fantastic amount of protein per meal. The other cool thing about the protein drink mix is that if you want to up your protein, you can actually just drink it. It's got a vanilla flavor, it tastes great, and you can just mix it in water. So that's 100 calories with almost 15 grams of protein. Fantastic snack. So this is a great product, guys, and you really need to look at incorporating this into your program and seeing it as part of your meal cost. And it's a lot easier, obviously, than having to get so much milk all the time. So personalize the program, guys. Look at where they miss meals. Look at where they may struggle and give them the option. So what I would do is design a basic program. Look at the healthy breakfast. Look at the protein drink mix, the fiber and herb. Those are like the key products. Okay? But these express bars, the protein bars, the soybeans, the soups, the fiber, and there's other targeted products, we look at what they're looking for and say, so here's your program. This is what it's going to do. This is what it's for. But here are some other products you may find useful, which you can add onto this core program if you want to. For instance, the protein bars are a great snack for people who struggle, with wanting sweet things. Maybe keep a couple at home and keep a couple in your desk. Because if you get that urge and you want to go buy a Tex bar or a bar one, pull out your protein bar, smash a big glass of water, and think of something nice. Within 15-20 minutes, you're not going to need to go and eat anything. So it is useful to have these things around. Targeted products are fantastic. You're not going to sell a lot because you've focused on the healthy breakfast and the core products, but there are lots of people out there who'd like to have stronger immune systems. That Rose Guard is an amazing immune health product. A lot of people believe in omega-3s. Our omega-3, that Herbalife line, is an unbelievably high quality omega-3. Nightwork supplement for heart health. NRGT is great for mental energy and alertness. Joints, we all have them. Thermocomplete is a great snacking product. When people always feel snacky, get them on that for a month or 2, sort them right out. So guys, we have amazing products. Our sports range is incredible. Go on to Herbalife24.com and there's loads of training videos you can go to there to go learn more about the products. If you're into sports and you have sports potential sports clients, they are amazing products. Skin, guys, really what you need to think about is this. We're adopting a lifestyle we're teaching others. It's the same thing with the program, with the products. Whatever products you use and have results with, you feel confident to share. A lot of people, most people use some form of skincare. Our skincare is world class, up there with the top brands you can buy, if not maybe a little better. And of course, they're very well priced and they last a long time. So if you are using them, you have results with them, you like them, and you talk to people about skincare. Somebody mentions your skin is looking much better. The nutrition makes a huge difference, but I also really love the Herbalife skin products. We have a 7-day results kit, which gets them to try it, and they can get results in 7 days. So if you're using it, you're confident with it and like it, you're going to be able to share it with people. So think about adding that onto your program and switching it out. So guys, I'm going to finish the webinar there because we were going to be talking about product results. But I just want to recap and just remind you guys the major points that we want to take home. Well, you guys are home, but you know what I mean. Guys, it's about developing your product results, being the healthiest, most vibrant, happiest, best possible person you can be. Because it begins with how we feel. So if you can change your physical state by being more active, doing more exercise, and sticking at it, which improves your mindset. Like I got on this program, it's 3 months in, I'm still training, I'm still feeling great, I'm having my shake every morning, I'm switching out my lunch or my dinner, whatever it is. You get more and more confident. And most important, this is an attraction business. People are attracted to who you are, not what you say. So if you are more positive, if you are looking better, if you are more active, if you are more in shape, it's only a matter of time before people who know you, who may not have, decided to get on a program, where they can no longer deny that this program clearly works. And if you are presenting yourself in a positive way and keeping those doors open to people who are not receptive to your message right now, and say, no problem, I'm here anytime you need me, and follow me on Instagram or check me out on Facebook, I'm going to add you as a friend. It's only a matter of time before they realize that you are the person to speak to if they want to get in the best shape of their life. And that's how it all begins. Move more, eat better, make sure you have your breakfast, keep a good eye on your skin, make sure your digestion is great, do the right type of exercise, keep moving, and keep working on that mindset to become the kind of person that people want to talk to, that people want to ask questions of, and most important, the type of person who, by your example of what you do, not what you tell people to do, you have the results and you've got the roadmap for anybody to follow. And guys, this is the magic thing about what we do, is that because of the products we have, that is a huge component. If you think about, how difficult it is, people going to nutritionists and other health professionals and getting programs to follow, they're so difficult to do. They're incredibly difficult and expensive to follow. Ours is not expensive. 30 Rand a meal for a healthy, balanced meal is cheap, absolutely cheap, and especially when people feel the way they feel. So when people feel great, they look at how much simpler it is. When they buy that shake, they're buying 21 meals. 21 meals of the month is paid. It's a great way to budget well. And most importantly, guys, because of the results you have and because of the program you offer and all those other things that you're incorporating into the program that's on offer, they're getting huge value. And that's why people buy. They see value. So don't just lead with the products. Lead with the program. Lead with the lifestyle. Follow me. I've got the results. Let's get some people with you. We can get you on the road to the right lifestyle. And let's get you on the program. So guys, good luck with your results. It starts with you, most important. And we're really looking forward in your groups and with your upline. We really encourage you to share pictures, ask for permission first, of course, of your clients and your own. I'd love to see more and more in the groups results, before and afters, buzzing around, and be excited to share because it's your success and it's their success. Because you're part of that journey, and we'd love to see more and more and more results, excited people who are getting great results in the program, whether they're clients, ambassadors, members. Keep sharing, guys. And so any questions you have on the content we've covered tonight, I'm very happy to give more information to anybody who wants it. And of course, we're going to be running these webinars weekly, and we really encourage you guys to speak to your sponsors and your uplines. If there's any particular things you want covered, we might not be able to always incorporate it, but we can put it on a list and try and get around to covering all these topics week by week, and really hope to support you guys in your journey, so that you guys can become the best coaches and best people you can be, so that you can keep getting out there making a difference in people's lives. We really appreciate you guys and everything you do. And so good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, please feel free to pop questions through to your sponsors so they can work their way up the line so we can help support you guys more. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful week and take care.
Thank you.